Good morning. Let's take a look at the garden. A lot has changed since the last time I made a video. You can see along the fence here, there's been stuff added. I have strawberries, Seminole pumpkin. These are sweet peas along the back, daisies in the middle, and some mystery plants. I don't know, I lost the tag. Have a rose bush waiting to be planted. A couple of white Thomasville tomatoes I just direct sowed. They're looking fabulous. Giant Marconi pepper. Have rich sweetness melon. These big beauties are Kiku chrysanthemum melons. We have a winter squash, another melon, and down there is a Dr. Witchy's tomato. It is a yellow variety. We have elephant garlic blooming here, and the pollinators just love these flowers. Look at that every day. Peas, the sweets, the sugar snow peas are dying out. And down here, okay, over here we have a whiny cat. Yes, sit Sprite. Come here. And here we have a basset hound. Everyone's curious. So this is a pineapple sage, oregano, and that is lemongrass. Beautiful roses. Look at the flowers. We have hanging pots with a rock rose and a type of flowering purslane. Let's come in here. This is my eggplant and pepper bed. These sunflowers are about 6 foot tall. The eggplants don't seem to mind. See, we have banana peppers. Over here, let's start with my tomatoes. Worked on getting those tied up a little bit yesterday. My gladiolas are looking amazing. And my Asiatic lilies. This beast is a hardy hibiscus. It should start blooming soon. You can see here we have buds. Maybe it'll focus or not. Some poor rejects that haven't been put in the ground yet. My parsley is blooming away. Tomatia getting ginormous. And here used to be a patch of turnips. I pulled those out and ate them. Now we have a couple okra plants and a tiny Seminole pumpkin. And this evil thing is a bindweed. And over there is another okra plant. I have a sad eggplant. More blooming parsley. I have been dealing with flea beetles like crazy and doing everything I can to try and kill them, which has not been successful. This is a volunteer tomato. Not sure what it is. royal golden watermelon, more eggplants, marigolds. Oh, this patch was the Paracean carrots. Those got pulled up, and they are yummy. And here was a patch of spinach. Now there are 3 peppers and some eggplant. This was my purple cosmic purple carrot patch. Those did very well. I was very pleased with them. They're still in my kitchen. Eggplants with diatomaceous earth on them. I must show you my Cherokee purple tomatoes. Look at that. This baby is loaded. I'm going to have so many tomatoes. Over here we have a Brad's Tom grape coming on. This is a 4-foot fence, and as you can see, these tomatoes are reaching the top, except for that one. That is a Black Beauty that's a little behind, but it's not a problem. Sart Rollois. This is an Arkansas Marvel. Yeah. And my dog. Lettuce leaf basil's looking good. Tomatoes. And this sad little thing, the bicolored mortgage lifter. And if you can see right there, it broke off, but it is growing back. This is a Paul Roberson. Here is something interesting. So this sprawling beast, if I had tied it up sooner, would be about 4 foot tall. And this one that is just slightly smaller, they're both Paul Robeson. And then there's this one. These seeds were started at the same time. The seedlings were about the same size and as vigorous. But this one is drastically smaller. These two I planted next to large roots on the pine tree, and I thought they would be stunted. No, they're just as big as the other big tomatoes. They're some of the biggest in my garden right now. And this guy that has no roots to compete with is smaller. I find that very interesting. My basil is finally taking off. This is the best basil plants. These are the best basil plants I have ever grown. I have a wide variety mixed in here and have lost some of the tags. So, not entirely sure. This is another Dr. Wychee. Here's an interesting. My Dr. Wychee seedlings struggled. They took longer to germinate, and I thought I was gonna just lose my seedlings because they just looked so puny and slow to grow. Now look at them. They're about 3 feet tall and bushy, beautiful. So I guess they are just slow to get going, but once they do, they jump up there. And these two are my Brandywine tomatoes. This is Cucumber Row. You can see we have lots and lots of cucumbers. These plants are my silver slicers, and they have been putting it out like the world is ending, which is wonderful. And they're supposed to do really well through the heat. And see if I can turn my camera around and show you this beast right next to me. Nope, I can't. Okay. Here's this. So I have this fence set up about 6 foot tall. And there's a sunflower. I have gladiolas here that should be blooming soon. Some teddy bear sunflowers, yarrow, columbine, and more columbine. And this. I was persuaded to plant this beast in my garden because my sister said it made pretty flowers. This is valerian. It is the stinkiest plant you will ever encounter. It is an herb used for calming and relaxing, and it is very safe and effective for most people. I can't stand the smell of it, and on top of that, it has the opposite effect on me. It does not calm me down. It's interesting how everybody is different and may respond different to herbal treatments. Here's another purslane, and the sun is starting to hit my garden. Roma, and there's tomatoes. Roma 1, Roma 2, Roma 3. And you can see my method of trellising them. I have tall poles going up through the arch. Here, another purslane. This is wild thyme. And here are my orange peach tomatoes. They're looking wonderful and starting to set fruit. My foxglove surrounded by poppies. This purple rose is the most fragrant rose I've ever encountered. Have some hollyhocks hiding back there. Isn't this beautiful? This is a Kajari melon that I'm hoping will survive. It looks like I may need to give it some water. Lavender plant. My rosemary has exploded since I planted it. And I don't think I'm gonna walk down there just yet. But that is some summer squash. This one is a lemon squash my sister gave me. She gave it to me as a sugar pie pumpkin. It did not come out that way. And the fruit it is setting is lemon squash. And on this side we have a patty pan and 2 regular yellow summer squash plants, and they're taking over the path. I had a Crenshaw melon there, but it got eaten. Have to try that again. My Brussels sprouts are looking kind of rough. Won't lie. I'll be surprised if I get anything, but I'm gonna keep trying. You can see it's developing the Brussels sprout buds. Cabbage. It's getting really hot, so I'll be surprised if they actually head up. This is the broccoli that I harvested and more cabbage. And my beautiful little sitting area. Oh yes, pears. My pear tree is amazing, and I tell it that every day. This has been a wonderful adventure so far, and I'm looking forward to eating more of the fruits of my labor.